And now let's talk about the events on the front line. According to the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, there were 130 combat clashes there over the past day. The Defense Forces repelled 22 enemy assaults in the Pokrovsk direction. In the Kostiantynivka and Huliaipol directions, 19 Russian attacks were recorded in each sector. The Russians are adopting the experience of Ukraine's defense forces, particularly in the use of ground robotic systems and heavy bomber drones. According to Stanislav Kocherha, deputy commander of the Khortytsia Phantom Battalion of Unmanned Systems, the occupiers are still lagging behind in the use of ground robotic systems and drones with heavy payloads, but they are actively scaling up these innovations. The enemy uses various types of drones, including FPV, Lancets, and Molnias. Russians are also increasingly attacking frontline settlements with Shaheds at a distance of 20 to 30 kilometers from the front line. Joining us live on the program today is Georgi Kavistany, call sign Armani, Chief of Staff of the Unmanned Systems Battalion of the 58th Separate Motorized Infantry Brigade Major. Major Georgi Kavistany, we welcome you to the broadcast.
Thank you. Greetings to the studio. Good afternoon, Ukraine.
To start, I'd like to ask you about the fundraiser, and our viewers have already seen both the QR code and the card number on their screens. What are you raising funds for? Please tell us more in detail.
We are currently raising necessary funds for the modernization of an unmanned aerial complex at the tactical operational level, the Shark-D. As of today, this complex will allow us to fly up to 80 kilometers, penetrate deep into hostile enemy territory, and accurately identify and locate unique targets such as radar stations, electronic warfare equipment, and command posts.
Friends, you've heard everything. We kindly ask you to join this fundraising effort. Modern drones are now extremely important on the battlefield. We will continue to talk about this, among other things. And modernization is even more important because progress does not stand still. We are constantly developing and improving our drones, and the enemy is developing theirs. And whoever wins this technological war will truly emerge victorious on the battlefield. Isn't that right, Mr. Georgi?
Exactly right.
So, my friends, while you take a moment to pick up your phones, please scan the QR code and then enter the card number as well. Oh, look, please, the fundraiser is for $500,000. It's not that much. It's really not a huge amount at all if we all just take out our phones right now and chip in a few hryvnias, 10, 20, 30, or 50. Or honestly, whatever you can spare. We'll close this fundraiser as quickly as possible. We started with $24,500. I hope we can speed up this fundraiser as much as possible. Mr. Georgi, right now, the General Staff is reporting a decrease in the number of clashes. We're talking about the Kharkiv direction, just to remind our viewers. So, what is the overall operational situation in this sector? Could you tell me how many enemy assaults are currently taking place at your position each day? And what is particularly distinctive about these attacks?
The enemy's activity has indeed shown a noticeable decrease today, but the use of hostile strike unmanned aerial vehicles is continuously on the rise. The enemy is constantly increasing its capabilities, both of the airplane type and copter type, and is always trying to locate our positions and disrupt our logistics.
And what does the so-called kill zone look like in the Kharkiv direction? To what specific depth from the active front line is the surrounding area actually monitored and controlled using various types of advanced unmanned systems?
The kill zone has changed a lot compared to last year. As of today, in 2026, in some places, the kill zone can reach 15 to 20 kilometers due to the development of unmanned aerial vehicles. In the Kharkiv direction, the terrain is quite specific. The landscape is unique. As of today, that's from 5 to 15 kilometers in some areas. This is the kill zone that is constantly monitored by the 58th Brigade.
And the Russians, when carrying out their assaults, how do they try to get through this dangerous zone that is completely controlled by drones? So then, by what means, using what specific types of camouflage or concealment methods, do they try to successfully navigate through it?
The enemy primarily utilizes the shroud of the cover of night for their tactical movements. They utilize the unique characteristics of the local terrain to their advantage. They often move along dense forest belts to maintain concealment. For rapid movement, they use highly mobile motor vehicles or buggies and wear specifically engineered camouflage suits that make it much harder for operators to detect them with UAVs.
We're talking a lot about drones right now in particular. Friends, I want to remind you that we are currently raising funds to upgrade our drones. The dedicated team members are currently collecting funds, and they really need your generous support. Plus, 11,000 has already been raised, but a larger amount is still required in order to modernize and improve more of these strike systems that will be sent toward the enemy. That's what I wanted to find out about regarding the Russians. What types of drone-based strike systems are they currently deploying most frequently in your sector? Are there any new models emerging on the battlefield? Maybe they have some more advanced and upgraded versions.
The enemy is constantly developing and significantly increasing their use of FPV drones controlled via fiber optic cables. Now, we already know that in the Kharkiv direction, they possess the specialized equipment and their pilots have the necessary skills to operate these fiber optic drones at a range of up to 40 kilometers from their initial launch point. And in the Kharkiv direction, I can say for sure that the enemy is actively using strike UAVs, such as the Molniya drones, which pose a significant and constant threat up to a distance of 40 kilometers from the actual line of contact.
Yes, plus 18,000 hryvnias have already been added to your account for updating the drones. Friends, please get involved more actively. The fundraiser is extremely important, and your support is very important for our soldiers. It is really felt out there on the battlefield. It's in our hands to provide support to our brave guys on the front lines and give them the opportunity to carry out their combat missions more effectively. Jorge, I want to ask about how quickly the enemy adapts to our technological solutions. How much time usually passes between when we come up with some new drone innovation and then the enemy manages to copy it?
The enemy adapts very quickly. Back when we were the very first unit in the entire brigade to start using FPV drones in early 2024, as soon as the enemy found one of our unexploded drones somewhere on the battlefield, they would immediately check which specific frequencies we were flying on and report back to their command. This was done so that their electronic warfare systems could target those exact frequencies. Sometimes we also need to adapt a bit faster to the harsh realities of modern war, and I truly hope that is how it will be in the future. Because whoever adapts faster and whoever is more agile and responsive will ultimately have the strategic advantage.
My friends, it is well within our power to help these guys quickly upgrade their drones so they can adapt to the ever-changing challenges and modern technologies in this current conflict and stand strong against the enemy. There are currently about 50,000 in the bank. Mr. Jorge, I wish for this fundraiser to be completed as quickly as possible. Jorge Kavistani, call sign Armani, Chief of Staff of the Unmanned Systems Battalion of the 58th Separate Motorized Infantry Brigade Major, was live with us from the Kharkiv region.